Yeah, definitely. And the ones that they are more happy than ever is Barcelona, because in the end, both of the teams got dropped 2 points. But Atletico Madrid, I think they should have done a little bit better. In the second half, even with the changes, you could see the reaction was a little bit there, a little bit down, but never with the intensity or the desire, the determination to go for it, to go and win it. I think they have too much respect to Real Madrid. And if you wanna be, or if you're gonna be able to win Real Madrid, it's right now when they don't have defense, the people is out of position, they don't have one of the best striker playing. If you wanna win Real Madrid, it's right now. If you don't go for it, there's not going to be any other chance. And Real Madrid did what they have to do. They scored the first goal, they dominated, they controlled the game all overall in the 90 minutes, and in the end they could have scored even 1 or 2 more goals. But it was enough to get that point that I think for Atletico Madrid they are lucky to have it.
It's an interesting take on it, Ali, in the fact that given the vulnerability that was there for Real Madrid, of course, no Rudiger, mentioned Militao's been out, Alaba as well, that they didn't go for it. So in the end, are Real Madrid happy that they only got the point despite the fact they dominated so much? Like, who's the happier team?
Quietly, I think Carlo Ancelotti, ahead of the game, given the absence of Vini Jr. as well, he may have thought, you know what, we'll take a point out of this and move on with our lives, right? And we don't allow Atletico Madrid back in the race. We don't believe Barcelona's in the race, and it leaves us with playing Girona next week at home to decide.
Which could be 5 points then, couldn't it, of course?
Yes, and so to decide everything for us. And so it's still everything in front of us. Quietly, I think Ancelotti would have said that before the game. However, how the game was played, and how much you actually controlled it, and how many opportunities you actually had on the counter where you see Valverde running with the ball, where you see Bellingham running with the ball, and it's now a question of picking out the right pass, making the right decision with the opportunities that you created in the second half, and you get into added time and you're leading the match, you'll be, I think, if you're Ancelotti and Real Madrid, completely and absolutely disappointed that you don't walk out of here with 3 points, because it's 3 points that does a couple of things. 3 points that create some separation from Girona. It's 3 points that puts away Atletico Madrid completely from the conversation. It seems like a wasted opportunity from Real Madrid's perspective, given how the game went. It's also disappointing to see Atletico Madrid in this sort of scenario not being willing to do the things that they have done this season, in fact, over the last month, to affect the way that Real Madrid play and actually score goals against Real Madrid. Swing balls in. Utilize the width. And now that you have a made-up, and I mean made-up center-back pairing, why are they not swinging balls in and trying to see, you know what, let's see if these guys can defend balls in the air. Truth of the matter is that whenever they did swing balls in, whether it was from corner kicks or set pieces, or whenever they had isolated moments to swing the ball in, they had difficulties defending Real Madrid. I don't know why Atletico Madrid went away from that. So to answer your question, I think they're both disappointed.
Yeah, everyone's disappointed.
Yes.
Yeah. Speaking of disappointment, Stevie.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm very disappointed. Yeah, I pretty much what Ali said.
Stevie, just explain, like, why can't Nacho or Carvajal head that ball? What is it in their psyche? What is it in their DNA? What is it in their normal play that stops them from doing it?
Because it's unnatural for them. It's not a natural thing for them to do, to straightforward attack the ball.
And to your point, Stevie, you actually see Carvajal doubting. As that ball comes on, goes up in the air, it's a second count in which he's just like, I don't know, it's not me. And that is that natural reaction that you're talking about. If you are, let's just say, for sake of argument, Antonio Rudiger, who wasn't playing today, he is running through people to get to that header. I'm going to win that ball. Whereas Carvajal is just kind of sat there like,
It's just not naturally in his game.
Well, it's not what you do. It's not typically what you do. And as that ball pops in the air, there's one guy attacking, it's Marco Llorente. Think about, again, if it were Militao, if it were Antonio Rudiger in particular, who's missing today. He is going through people to get to that ball first. That wasn't quite the case today.
I don't think we should forget, if there was a guy called Courtois in goal, I think he would have
And he's coming out and just going.
Yeah, because the ball's gone about 40 foot in the air.
Right.
So the goalkeeper, in my opinion, should have been taking it away from everybody and taking control of it as well. So, I mean, it's just one thing compounds another.
Luis, we've seen a lot of noise around referees, haven't we, over the last few weeks, and no one will have a jot of sympathy unless you're a Real Madrid fan for the fact that they weren't awarded a penalty today. Do you think that is influencing things? Do you think they should have had at least one?
It's not that they should have at least one. They should have the ones that they have to see, or they are already happening. But we are going to go again and again and again. We thought again that the VAR was here just to make it all clear. And as soon as there is about interpretation, and all the circumstances of today is about interpretation. Is the penalty from Carvajal enough? Is Saul stopping him enough? Is that power enough? It's about what I think. Is the goal that it was disallowed for Atletico in Madrid? Is the player for real disturbing the keeper of going to get the ball? It's about what I think that is happening. It's about what I see that is happening. It's not about a rule. And as soon as there is a person that has to take the decision, we're going to be in this situation. Yeah, for me it's a goal. No, for you it's not a goal. So, or for me it's a penalty, and for you it's not a penalty. So we are not going to get 100% of everything at all in the coming years. So something has to change, or something have to go for a small details, because in the end it's about what everyone's view, and of course we all have our own view. So yeah, today I think there is a couple of situations where should go to the other side, but the interpretation of the referee was different.
So what all that means is that Real Madrid taking on Girona next weekend could see Carlo Ancelotti's side go 5 points clear at the top of the table, or indeed you could see Girona go back to first place in La Liga. Looking at that, Luis, and looking at that tie, obviously Real Madrid would have preferred a bigger cushion, but the pressure, without a doubt, isn't it? It's fair to say, is going to be on Girona. Is that fair going into this game?
Yeah, we can call it that the pressure is on Girona. Let's don't forget that the Girona should be fighting to don't be relegated. And they are in the top four for quite a long time and challenging for the La Liga. Of course, on the feeling is that if we win it, we are going to go ahead and we can continue fighting for it. But I don't think that the pressure, and I'm sure that Michel is going to try to put that clear on the players. Listen, go to the outside and try to play as you always play. Don't change a bit. Don't feel the pressure. Don't try to play to be dominant, to have the ball, as we've seen them enjoying for the past 8 months. But I think that the pressure should be over there. For Real Madrid is another game like they play every single weekend, playing at home. As you can see today, it's just having fun. They play, it doesn't matter who is playing, because in the end, they are in cruise control. They win the games, they draw like today, and they keep going.
So it will be Real Madrid against Girona live next Saturday. That game will be available on ESPN Plus, with our coverage starting at noon Eastern.